Alright, and we're back in downtown Shibuya. I am surrounded by Digimon Pixel Doctor.
I am Samudra Fexic.
And I think I'm Bikemon over there, Deadlock.
I'm just nearby.
Hello.
Rihanna... Oh. We're not on a case, okay. I forgot what we were doing over here, because we were waiting a bit. What do you sell? I keep forgetting. Oh, you sell all this stuff. Maybe later. I don't remember what we were doing over here, to be honest.
Gotta refer to that case file.
I can't. There's nothing there. This isn't the case. We just started chapter 14.
We are screwed, my dude.
Just like the shell Numamon just walking around. Oh. Well, shit.
Eventually, it'll come to us.
Yeah, I'm trying to go down the streets and see if there's anything to... Trying to figure out what to do here. Hopefully, I was hoping talking to the NPCs might get me something, but we're not getting anywhere with that. I like how the two officers are just staring at Vikemon here. He's just hanging out on top of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't seem to go into any of the buildings. I can't go down the subways. I don't think there's anything over here. The only other place I can check is the music shop. Might as well check it out. Maybe there's something on here. Oh wait, Edmon's got a whole little stand here now. I didn't even realize. Good for him.
Yeah, they've come to appreciate his musical talent. But then, for the life of me, I forget the name of the woman who works here. Said she was going to make a small rack for him.
Oh, there she is, Reiko Tala.
Reiko, that's it.
Alright,
It's probably not the same one used in her name, but Rei is the Japanese word for zero, and it is not regularly used anymore.
just in general, or for a name?
I think so. I think the word Rei is still used to refer to, or I think they might actually just call it zero. Like, I think Rei is archaic, but I know it actually had like a full kanji associated with it that is not regularly used. Like, it's considered old school vernacular. It's actually the same one that was on Pain's ring from Naruto.
Yeah, I remember they all had different things on their rings. I'm sure there's some sort of meaning to that, but I never actually paid attention.
If there was, I think it had something to do with the individual members, maybe.
Yeah, because they had nothing seemed to be consistent. Because I know one of them.
No, because Pain's meant zero. Conan's, I believe, was white. Itachi's was crimson. Kisame's was south, like the direction. Kakuzu's was north. Hidan was 3, as in the number 3. Deidara was blue. Sasori, it meant like a ball or a sphere. Zetsu was boar, and Orochimaru was sky.
I'm surprised you remembered that, but yeah, no, it was. I don't know what the correlation there was. That honestly felt pretty random.
Yeah, some friends. Excuse me. Some friends of mine and I were playing around back in high school with the idea of doing like an Akatsuki cosplay project. So I kind of delved into the research and just haven't forgotten it.
Also, I don't quite see how this is a Leopardmon. I don't quite get it. But, alright.
His Japanese name is Duftmon. Duft, I think, means like fragrant or good smelling.
I still wouldn't quite get that.
Also, he has an alternate form, technically.
Ah, that might help it. As I say, because this does not look like a leopard.
I'll pull it up because I don't actually. Does he actually use it, Chris?
I don't know. You're the one. I didn't even know he had one until you mentioned it.
I know he has one. I just don't know if he actually uses it in the story.
He does not, but if you get a Leopardmon yourself, you can form change it.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just pull it up.
Does it look like a leopard at least?
It looks more like.
I will let you be the judge of it.
It looks more like a leopard than what you're seeing now.
Yeah, this looks. I mean, he looks like he's wearing he skinned a bat for one thing, and then he's got the wings, the angel wings, and then I guess the mane is. No, because leopards don't have manes.
Look, most of the time, most of the Royal Knights have a lot going on with their appearance.
Yeah, but at least Onumon, okay, I can kind of get that. Or even Omegmon. And I was like, that's fine. I can kind of understand the naming convention there. Crusadermon, sure, that's fine. How is this a Leopardmon? Unless there's a different definition for leopard.
Hey man, blame your localization teams.
Again, Duffmon.
Posting it in text though.
I said fragrance doesn't exactly explain. Okay, that looks a bit more leopard-like. But it's really just him getting down on all fours. And the wings moving down to the tail end.
Also losing his fancy dress, essentially, or whatever you want to call that. I don't know what you call that.
His skin, I guess. It's part of his body, so.
What isn't part of a Digimon's body?
I don't know. As far as we can tell, the weapons are too, because they digivolve and get them. It's like they are and are not at the same time.
Hey, at least we know that Beelzemon's motorcycle is a separate entity.
Oh, this dude. Alright, that makes sense. Honestly, I have not been, because we were having this conversation, I have not been seeing what they've been arguing about.
Well, let's put it this way. What did Crusadermon want to do?
Okay, so they're on Crusadermon's side.
So it's not so much they're on Crusadermon's side. Leopardmon was the one who came up with that plan in the first place.
Oh, so Crusadermon's on his side then.
Right. Leopardmon is the strategist of the Royal Knights, and it was he who decided that invading and destroying the human world will basically help their king and purge the digital world of eaters.
I think I asked last time, but do we see the king at some point?
At the very end, you see him.
Okay, I'm very curious of what he is.
Try not to get your hopes up. It's very underwhelming.
I feel like it's to be like a Manemon or something like that. Or Manemon, the little round dude.
Mame?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be the king version with the yellow one.
Oh, Prince Mamemon.
Oh, is that Prince? I thought it was King.
No, but Prince.
Either way, no, he's not that. He's got his own unique model. It's like when you see all of the Royal Knights, the king himself is very underwhelming in appearance.
Also, by the way, you do realize what King Cristo is meaning, right?
Yeah, it's a reference to the World Trade.
Yeah, I was hoping. I'm just hoping you actually get that.
Yeah.
I'm North. Like I'm Norse, dude. Of course I get that.
No. I knew. I was talking more about.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Drasild can't really mean anything else. Unless they just randomly decide to pull that for no reason, then there's really nothing else to debate.
I'm just making sure.
They're like, I play a bunch of Final Fantasy. Most of them have nothing to do with the Yggdrasil, but sometimes they do. I play Dragon Quest. Like,
look. I want to be sure. Nothing more. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. I've played Pokemon X. I mean, honestly, saying King Drasil is very close to Yggdrasil. It's actually like one syllable away.
It is. Also, Deadlock, he's fought my Alolan Executor. He is intimately familiar with Yggdrasil.
Harvest is not one of the best abilities, but when you have nothing to deal with what has it, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can't deal with sunlight.
I mean, the downside of a lone executor is having that dragon typing. I mean, you really can't use fire. You need an ice type or bug type or fairy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, normal
Except-
executor has to worry about bug types.
I mean, it does. Poor
Good
lone
time.
executor always has 4 times weakness. Just changes depending on which form.
Meanwhile, Cordelia over here actually complements and covers his weaknesses with his typing.
Oh, dude, Cradelia is great. Like, if that's an option in our eventual Emerald Nuzlocke, I'm trying for the root fossil for damn sure.
Oh yeah,
It should be.
I like Armaldo, but I mean, Cordelia's just better.
Well,
It doesn't
I know
even have
should-
to be better. I just find it one of the most unique fossils.
I'm saying for a Nuzlocke though, you want the better Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, but that also depends on if you have other grass types in your party. Like, oh, I don't know, Sceptile.
I would.
Or it's also highly contingent on if you do have Sceptile, it not being dead by the time you get Lily.
I would still.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
also
still
true.
take it over Armaldo in like 90% of situations.
Especially when I don't think he gets any good bug moves then.
I don't think he gets any good bug moves. Its stats are pretty middling. Typing isn't the best. It's I like Armaldo's design, but it just does. It has a lot going against it.
Indeed.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he
Defense.
did have a pretty decent competitive career, though, back in that gen.
Did it?
I think so.
It wouldn't surprise me to
I'd have
learn
to
that
look
was
up
the
Pulse
case.
type again.
Well, when the more things get updated, the harder it is to keep up.
Though, it was honestly only until recently that Tyranitar fell out of grace.
Even Tyranitar has always been good, even with that 4 times fighting weakness.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mostly because of its sand abilities being actually, especially back in Generation 3 when it was largely uncontested.
I think if I remember correctly, in Generation 3, maybe it was 2, but it might have been 3. When if you put sand up with an ability, it would just never go away.
That was also that was 5th generation, I think.
No, I think 5th generation they got rid of that. I think it was just really good at 5th gen because that's when they're all the like ground rock and steel were all getting that defensive stat boost.
Well, the thing that made it so busted in the 3rd generation was that there was no one to contest it. Your only Pokemon that could actually contest it legitimately as a weather were Groudon and Kyogre, who were often banned.
Yeah, weather abilities were not very common until later gens.
Yeah.
The fact that Tyranitar had that ability all to himself literally just made him king.
I think he still
Yep.
does. I don't think anything else can summon up the sand. Oh no, Hippowdon.
Yeah, Hippowdon can. Yeah, but now, shit, you have entire competitive teams built around the weather.
Which is fine by
Which
me.
is honestly a good thing because
Yeah,
weather
I'll do-
can also be-
Yeah, I love because, like, most of us are old enough to remember back the original games and even Gold and Silver. Speed defined what was good and what was crap.
especially if you want to go by Gen 1 mechanics.
For the
Dear
most
God,
part,
Yeah,
why
because
cover
you're
that.
Gen 1 because your speed was directly proportional to your critical hit ratio.
Alright, I wasn't paying
But really, like, particularly, like, when I really, they may have done it beforehand, but the point at which I actually noticed them starting to change the game was Sun and Moon, back when they made a bunch of defensive Pokemon, and defense became the name of the game in competitive play.
I mean,
In what way?
competitive definitely began to become the focus in Gen 3. But in terms of like when in that case,
No, I think it was actually the 4th gen where it actually got more of a focus.
no, I think
Well,
3
I
is
didn't-
where it
It
started.
wasn't really a competitive scene until the 4th gen.
Well, you also got to remember, I didn't get into actual competitive, like playing with you guys, until X and Y.
Yeah, no, neither did I. Mean, I played a little bit of Gen 5 with Deadlock, a little bit.
Hmm.
Alright, cool. Go to the office. Got it. But yeah, Gen 6 is where I started really paying attention to it, but I'm saying just general
Same.
competitive nature start coming in Gen 3. I think that's where it started with Pokemon, really.
I just started to take notice of them prioritizing defense in Sun and Moon with the likes of Mudsdale and Golisopod.
Golisopod is not the example I would have used. I would have used what is that poison water thing?
Oh,
called?
Toxapex.
Yes, that.
I mean,
I would-
Toxapex is another. I'm just telling you the ones that I use. Like, I had a Mudsdale, I had a Golisopod. I never had a Toxapex because I could never figure out, without looking it up, how to catch a Marini.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just like a few designated fishing spots?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah, like looking like after I beat the game, and then I like because I'll play through the game and then I'll consult the internet to see what I might have missed. So, but yeah, Toxapex was not part of my league team.
I had Sandy Gast on mine, so water compaction was pretty decent.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
actually another good Pokemon. Well, what did I even? I'm trying to remember all my original teams
I had
because I
two
don't
teams.
remember all of them.
I'm trying to remember. In Gen 7, I had Salazzle. I had Primarina as my starter.
Mm-hmm.
Sandygast. I had Minior, which still kind of prioritized defense because I had the 2 forms. What are the other 2? I'm blanking right now.
I hate when that happens.
I actually wasn't paying attention to where I'm supposed to go.
Hate when that happens too.
Start at hospital. Okay. I'm trying to think of other like gen. Oh, I had a Alolan Raichu.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I needed a pancake.
Because of course.
What was the last one?
Yeah, I know I had an Alolan Raichu on my team too. It was that Decidueye, Mudsdale, Golisopod.
I'm trying to
think
remember what I used for the first run because I've drawn a blank on that one for some reason.
I think I had a Toucanon and then a Salazzle was my last one.
I got.
Because I know I went with Incineroar both times. That I do remember.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use Alolan Vulpix because it came way too late.
Too late. Yeah, way too. I would have loved to if you had gotten it sooner.
Okay, I think I'm starting to find the other ones I did because Doc, you helped me out with getting a. Actually, no, it wasn't.
Wait, I'm
rock
stupid.
You helped me with Lycanroc because I needed day form, as well as you also got me the Alolan Ninetales.
I love how Dusk Rock is so easy to get now.
I think my last one was also Golisopod. Now I'm thinking about it.
Like in the first one, my other 3 were Lurantis, Wishy-Washy, speaking of bulky monsters.
Oh yeah, that was a really good one.
And Vikavolt.
Okay.
I like Vikavolt.
At least that was my first name. Yeah, Vikavolt is a cool one. But Wishy-Washy was easily my favorite of the Gen 7 ones.
For Gen
because
7,
Wishy-Washy kicked ass.
Yeah, Gen 7
It's
my
this
favorite.
adorable little
is
thing.
Salazzle.
Oh my god, he's a giant scary thing that even makes freaking, what was it, Gyarados quiver in fear.
I struggled with that totem fight, but mostly because my Pichu hadn't evolved yet, so I just had a Pichu fighting it.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so that was a struggle. And that's when I started the habit of not catching things outside of my team. So I had my probably Brion at the time, my Pichu, not a Salazzle, because you couldn't get one up to that point yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have just been those 2, actually.
I think it was actually pretty good for that fight, mainly because I had Charjabug and Formantis, I think it was at the time.
Probably.
Which was like right outside its door for me also. So I was actually in a decent spot for that.
Not bad.
What did I use the second time though? Because I do believe I used the Mudsdale. I think I probably had Oh yeah, that's right. I had that. I had Credilli. I got Mimikyu for the Totem Pokemon.
Oh, Mimikyu was a monster.
Still is, but they did change its ability slightly.
And I did also have Golisopod, but the one thing I also noticed is that was also my Nuzlocke run, and I had to sacrifice it.
That sucks.
Well, I didn't have a Zoroark. I actually don't think I knew you could use Zoroark to cheese the fight, but Necrozma. Need I say more?
No, that's fairly self-explanatory.
Like, if there's ever anything to end your run in that game, it's him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, and I was doing that whole game blind because I found, well, normal Sun and Moon to be like too easy. And then I get greeted by this thing.
I was gonna say, never wish for ease again. Eh?
No, I wanted some challenge is what I was wishing for because like I found the base game too easy. And then
you
this
got
greets me.
Yep, Necrozma comes up and reminds Deadlock why he's little bro.
Like, it's bad enough you gave this thing was a legendary Pokemon with absurd stats rivaling freaking Arceus. No, let's also just give him an Omniboost for free too.
Oh yeah, why not?
Well, mainly for the fact that literally nothing can survive it.
Yeah, that's if you don't believe hard enough.
No, literally the only thing that didn't die in one hit was my Mudsdale. And it was like 2 HP after it, one hit. Everything else got murked.
So what I'm hearing, Zach, is this man got clapped.
Hard.
It's true.
He literally ended my run because I didn't think anything. He's like, okay, fine, what can I do if I do get past him? And the strategy I came up with was literally just Mimikyu, tank priority 2 hits, and then Golisopod finishes it off.
Huh.
And even then, that literally cost the Mimikyu's life, and I nearly could have lost Golisopod 2 in the process.
Pretty sure there's a Pokemon that if you use it against it, it literally can't do anything to you.
It was Zoroark, but I had no idea, and I had no idea where to find it either. I didn't know it would break its AI too. And that point, like, I feel like you're cheating if you're breaking the AI like that.
Oh, don't worry, Deadlock. We'll get to fight him again.
Eventually. That is one thing. Is like, no, you restart that run. No, you have to prepare for him. If you do not prepare for him, you're throwing it.
It's gonna be tough because honestly, I think the first dude you fight, the first notable dude, the normal type guy.
Yeah, he could easily be a problem too.
I tried doing a Nuzlocke once and he wiped me. Just
nope.
Because the Smeargle is pretty strong for that early in the game, and it has.
Smeargle is a pretty good early game Pokemon.
Yeah. Nobody expects Smeargle Inquisition. Either way, I'm sure all of our fans look forward to the bloodshed.
Well, we gotta get this finished before we start Emerald. I'm sure there are people waiting for it.
I know. I see you, you savages.
Barely even human.
Thank you, Deadlock.
I accidentally turned on the hide thing, and now, you know what, I'll just go into the access point and come back out. Just reset it. Okay. Which star are you guys hoping for when we get to Emerald?
Not Blaziken.
Yeah,
it is my favorite starter, but it is going to have an uphill battle amongst the 3 of them.
I'd prefer Mudkip if I'm being honest.
Mudkip or Sceptile, I would be happy with.
I kind of want to take Torchic because I like it, but...
I mean, I like it too, but this is not a generation.
It is not a generation. We don't count this one anymore.
No, it's not its generation. It has a lot to struggle through. Like, the one thing I can think of off the top of my head that, like, okay, it's good on, it's probably Norman. And even then, there is a very real fear of you just being one-shot.
Yeah, Norman's not going to be easy.
Normie is going to be a terror.
I would say, I said it before, but I think across the board, Gen 3's gym leaders are the scariest.
Agreed.
Yeah, Flannery with freaking overheat, especially if it gets to set up sunny days. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's over.
I mean, honestly, what's her name? Roxanne, the first one?
Yeah, like, those rock types are actually not easy.
I mean, a nose pass that early in the game is terrifying.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
I'm kind of sad it doesn't have Aaron, but you know what? I'm glad it doesn't have a steel type for the first gym.
True. Don't worry, you can get a steel type right before the second gym, the fighting gym. So, you know, that's great.
Well, actually, I don't even think you can because... Actually, no, that's only the remakes you can't.
I'm pretty sure even then you still could.
No, because in the remakes, they're locked behind the bike.
I don't recall that, but... Oh, good. It just tells me when I collect them.
Yeah, because in the remakes, it's not like an underground labyrinth. It's literally just a hallway to Steven, and you're done in there.
Yeah! He's a shell new... I don't know why... The advent of giving this dude a shell makes him like 5 times cuter to me. Oh, and now he wants to kill me. Alright.
Of course he does.
That's not very cute of you, guy. I like how we helped him digivolve, and he's like, alright, my turn, I'm gonna betray you.
I mean, is that even what happened?
I didn't read the text, but he said I'm gonna kill you now or something like that, so... Sorry, I give up. Promise, don't break my bracelet shell by fighting you. Shut my shell. Yeah, no, he lied to us and tried to betray us, so...
Okay, well, screw you.
Fuck you, guy. I gave you compliments and this is how you treat me?
That's exactly how he treats you.
Alright, now what am I doing with you?
Hooked up with you and ran with all your money. Or at least tried to.
Oh, okay. We must find the confused man. Hold on a second. Large capacity USB. Gotta be quiet in a hospital. It's true. You should be quiet in the hospital. Be respectful towards others.
Please do. Like, I work in one. Yeah, you have no idea how far it goes when you have just basic courtesy for other people.
Especially when there's probably a lot of noise from a lot of pain some people are in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you value your quiet when you finally get it.
Anyone else in here I could ask? There we go. We gotta find this room with the spooky voice. And I know it's you know intentional, but I do like how clean hospitals usually are.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would argue they hate it.
Well, I am not one of those people.
They usually find like the sterileness of everything like a bit suffocating.
I can understand that, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, to find him, we'll just check every room.
誰だお前は。そうか。神城の手先だな。
ここにいましたか。さすが電脳探偵さんです。
何なんだ君たちは。一度裏切った私に何の用だ。いや、私が裏切られたのか。
What happened to him?
8年前、何かがあった。それで。やめろ。すまない。
$20 says Crusadermon did it.
The fact that it's evolved with Kamishiro is possible.
大丈夫ですか、山科さん。何があったのか話してください。私は上城の関係者です。あなたのお役に立てることが。
上城。そうだ、私はそこで、そこの研究所、しかも頼む、私を研究所に、六本木地下施設に連れて行ってくれ。
なぜあの場所へ？
行かなければ、あそこで私は行かなければ、行かなければ、行かなければ。
行ってみるしかなさ
I
そう
wonder
で
what
すね。
happened to cause this mental break. We're taking him to Roppongi Lab.
研究所に着きました。山科さん？
We're gonna find out he's a Digimon too. At this point, I don't think I'd be surprised. I'd just be surprised by which Digimon.
ここで私は研究をしていた。何を？記憶？
何かを思い出しているみたいで
He's
すね。
remembering. Remember the pain.
スキャン、アップロード、リライト。そうだ、そう。私が研究していたのは精神のデータ化だ。
精神のデータ化。エデンのシステムの基盤となった技術をあなたが。
私だけじゃない。私の他にも誰かがいた。共同研
I
究
think
者。
I know who this was. Yep.
スエド、スエドだ。私はあいつに記憶を奪われた。
It's amazing that he stole your memories and you can still remember who did it.
記憶を奪われた。スエドウさんに。
頼む。私の記憶を取り戻してくれ。この装置を使えばそれができる。もう覚えていないことで苦しむのはたくさんだ。
I forget, was he like this in the beginning of the game when we met this dude, where he couldn't remember things? Or
Yeah, yeah, he was.
okay, so
Not that you recognized it at that point.
no, but that's why I'm asking because it's been a while. I mean, we've been at this game for a couple months now, so it's.
So I
been
mean, like you wouldn't probably not have noticed it.
I get
at
that, but I'm
the
asking
time.
because I just didn't remember if he was like this in the beginning.
ここで記憶にプロテクトを施す。改ざんされたコピーデータを。
Like I said, we've been at this game for a couple months now, so
記憶は変わる。私の現在の記憶を仮想記憶領域で実行してくれ。そう。
山科さん？これはコピーしたプロテクトの除去を阻む何かが山科さんの記憶。
don't worry, we got this. Into his mind.
Like a boss.
Interesting. This is different.
To be fair, wasn't she usually encouraging you to use it so frequently?
In the beginning, pretty much, yeah. Alright, and we'll deal with the memory hacking next time.
Later.
Bye.